Hi, this is Josh here with Cardboard Cage Fights. We're here at Direct Damage Games, and we're going to go ahead and do an opening of a brand new sealed box of Kaladesh. Let's dig in and see what we get. Alright, here comes our first pack. Alright, uncommons, Iron League Steed, Essence Extraction, Minister of Inquiries, and our rare is Confiscation Coup. 3 double blue, sorcery, choose target artifact or creature. You get 4 energy. Then you may pay an amount of energy equal to that permanent's converted mana cost. If you do, gain control of it. Confiscation group going right now probably about $1. Not too bad. Might see some play. Uncommon, Aerial Responder. Been hearing a lot of talk about this card. Possibly seen play in Modern, at least. Ballista Charger, Experimental Aviator, and our rare, our mythic, Demon of Dark Schemes. 3 and 3 black, flying, 5/5. When it enters the battlefield, all other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever another creature dies, you get an energy. Has the ability of pay 2 and a black and pay 4 energy. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control tapped. Demon of Dark Schemes is going for about $350 pre-sale right now. Our uncommons. Filigree Familiar. Heard a lot about this card. Janjeet Sentry. Speedway Fanatic. Our rare is Paradoxical Outcome. 3 and a blue instant. Return any number of target non-land, non-token permanents you control to their owner's hands. Draw a card for each card returned to your hand this way. This card's going for probably about $1 right now, but definitely probably could be a good limited card. We got a foil Sky Skiff, a 2-mana common 2/3 vehicle with crew 1 and flying. First uncommon from this pack, Shrewd Negotiation, Oval Chase Dragster, Incendiary Sabotage. Our rare is Ovea Pashiri, Sage Lifecrafter. 1 green for a 1/2 legendary creature, Human Artificer. 2 and a green, tap it, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. Or 4 and a green, tap, create an XX colorless construct artifact creature token, where X is the number of creatures you control. Could see play in the human decks post company rotation. Uncommon, Harsh Scrutiny, Disappearing Act, Trusty Companion. A rare, Multiform Wonder, 5 mana artifact creature construct 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. You can pay an energy and it gains your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. Or you can pay an energy and give it either +2, -2, or -2, +2 until end of turn. And a foil, Welding Sparks. 2 and a red for an instant. Welding Sparks deals X damage to target creature, where X is 3 plus the number of artifacts you control. Definitely could be a limited card there. Limited bomb, maybe. Iron League Steed, Fairgrounds Warden, Whirler Maker. Electrostatic Pummeler is our rare for the pack. A 3 mana 1/1 artifact creature construct. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. Pay 3 energy. Electrostatic Pummeler gets +X until end of turn, where X is its power. Card reminds me of the days back with can't think of that card right now. Uncommons, Bomat Bizarre Barge, Creeping Mold, definitely liking that as a reprint. Glimmer of Genius. Our rare in the pack is Aether Squall Ancient, 5 double blue, 6/6 creature Leviathan with flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get 3 energy. You can pay 8 energy, return all other creatures to their owner's hands. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Aether Squall Ancient, probably about $1 right now. Uncommons for this pack are Arborback Stomper, Harsh Scrutiny, Disappearing Act. Our rare is Fateful Showdown. 2 and 2 red for an instant. Fateful Showdown deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of cards in your hand. Discard all the cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. That could be a very interesting card. Furious Reprisal, Fretwork Colony, Consulate Surveillance. Our rare is Panharmonicon, a 4-mana artifact. If an artifact or creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. The main deck I've seen this being talked about for is the Soul Sisters deck in Modern, and I'm very interested to see how this card can take that deck. And Panharmonicon right now is going for about $250 to $260. Our uncommons are Unlicensed Disintegration, Demolition Stomper, and Janjit Sentry. Our rare is Authority of the Consuls. A 1 white mana enchantment. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you gain 1 life. Definitely going to be seeing play in Modern and very likely Legacy. Hate Bears and Death and Taxes just got a much better card. Uncommons are Wisp Weaver Angel, Demolition Stomper, Snare Thopter, a rare Smuggler's Copter, a 2-mana vehicle, 3/3 flying. Whenever Smuggler's Copter attacks or blocks, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Crew 1. Foil Metalwork Colossus, an 11-mana 10/10 artifact creature construct. Metalwork Colossus costs X generic less to cast, where X is the total converted mana cost of non-creature artifacts you control. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, return Metalwork Colossus from your graveyard to your hand. Uncommons, Ether Torch Renegade, Inventor's Apprentice, Refurbish, a rare Cultivator's Caravan, 3-mana 5/5 artifact vehicle with crew 3, and you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Uncommons are Decoction Module, Hazardous Conditions, Quicksmith Genius. Our rare is Lafnu Hellion. 2 and a red for a 4/4 creature Hellion with haste. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice it unless you pay 2 energy. Decoction Module, Ceremonious Rejection, Veteran Motorist, and the rare is Aetherworks Marvel. A 4 mana legendary artifact. Whenever a permanent you control is put into a graveyard, you get an energy. Tap it, pay 6 energy, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Heard a lot of great stuff about this card. Going for about $6 right now. Engineered Might, Oval Chase Daredevil, Consul Shield Guard, and Padim Consul of Innovation. 3 and a blue legendary creature, Vidalcan Artificer. 1/4. Artifacts you control have hexproof. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control the artifact with the highest converted mana cost, or tied for the highest converted mana cost, draw a card. Skywhaler's Shot, Embrawl Bruiser, Ether Hub. Our rare is Architect of the Untamed, a card I've heard a lot about as well. 2 and a green for an Elf Artificer Druid, 2/3. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you get an energy. Pay 8 energy, create a 6/6 colorless beast artifact creature token. Fretwork Colony, Snarethopter, Ether Meltdown, Aetherflux Reservoir. 4 mana artifact. Whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. Pay 50 life. Aetherflux Reservoir deals 50 damage to target creature or player. Fairgrounds Warden, Brazen Scourge, Fairgrounds Trumpeter, Animation Module. 1 mana artifact we have seen earlier. Make obsolete, Brazen Scourge, Refurbish, Beaumont Courier, 1 mana 1/1 construct with haste. Whenever it attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. You cannot look at it. Red. Discard your hand, sacrifice Beaumont Courier, put all cards exiled with Beaumont Courier into their owner's hands. And a foil in the pack was Sage of Shayla's Claim. Foundry Inspector. Ceremonious Rejection. Creeping Mold. Rare is Fleetwheel Cruiser, a 4-mana 5/3 vehicle with Trample and Haste. When Fleetwheel Cruiser enters the battlefield, it becomes an artifact creature until end of turn with Crew 2. Foil in the pack is a foil Mind Rot. Nice reprint. Underhanded Designs. Unlicensed Disintegration. Morbid Curiosity. Dynavolt Tower. 3-mana artifact. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get 2 energy. Tap it, pay 5 energy. Dynavolt Tower deals 3 damage to target creature or player. This is a card that I highly suspect will find its way into the blue-red deck, spells deck with Thing in the Ice and Thermal Alchemist. Definitely a huge increase in power for that deck. Shrewd Negotiation. Maulfist Doorbuster. Elegant Edgecrafters. And a Gonti Lord of Luxury. Fabrication Module. Harnessed Lightning. Experimental Aviator. A rare is Scrap Heap Scrounger, a 2-mana 3/2 construct that cannot block. Pay 1 and a black, exile another creature card from your graveyard. Return Scrap Heap Scrounger from your graveyard to the battlefield. Our foil was a Foundry Inspector. 3-mana 3/2 artifact creature. The artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Voltaic Brawler. Diabolic Tutor, another pretty good reprint. Start Your Engines. Inventor's Fair, a legendary land at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life. Tap to add a colorless to your mana pool. Pay 4, tap, sacrifice Inventor's Fair. Search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only if you control 3 or more artifacts. Cloud Blazer, Armorcraft Judge, Inventor's Apprentice, Chandra, Torch of Defiance. 2 and 2 red. Starts with 4 loyalty. First plus ability, +1, exile the top card of your library. You may cast that card. If you don't, Chandra, Torch of Defiance deals 2 damage to each opponent. The other plus ability is a +1 to add 2 red to your mana pool. -3, Chandra, Torch of Defiance deals 4 damage to target creature. -7, you get an emblem with, whenever you cast a spell, this emblem deals 5 damage to target creature or player. Chandra, Torch of Defiance is currently pre-selling at $49.50. Underhanded Designs, Sky Whaler Shot, Quicksmith Genius. The rare is Madcap Experiment. 3 and a red sorcery. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Madcap Experiment deals damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way. Ether Torch Renegade, Era of Innovation, Girper Guide, and another Syndicate Trafficker. Aetherborn Marauder, Cloud Blazer, Girper Guide, and another Metalwork Colossus. Weaponcraft Enthusiast, Imperial Voyager, Restoration Gearsmith, Lost Legacy. 1 and 2 black sorcery, name a non-artifact, non-land card. Search target player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. That player shuffles his or her library, then draws a card for each card exiled from his hand this way. Probably about $1 card right now, bulk rare. Nature's Way, Trusty Companion, Whirler Maker, and a Pinot Noir. Filigree Familiar, Hazardous Conditions, Ether Hub, Territorial Gorger. 3 and a red, Gremlin, for 2/2 with Trample. Whenever you get 1 or more energy, Territorial Gorger gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Chief of the Foundry, Whirler Virtuoso, Fairgrounds Trumpeter, Key to the City. 2 mana artifact, tap, discard a card, up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. Whenever Key to the City becomes untapped, you may pay 2 generic. If you do, draw a card. Blossoming Defense, Glimmer of Genius, Consul's Shield Guard, Cultivator of Blades. 3 and 2 green for a 1/1 Elf Artificer with Fabricate 2. Whenever Cultivator of Blades attacks, you may have other attacking creatures get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is Cultivator of Blades power. Pretty decent card. I hear there's some decks being brewed around our local area with this. It is also the top 8 promo for game day. And a foil forest. Embral Bruiser, Consulate Surveillance, Armorcraft Judge, Rashimi Eternity's Crafter. 2, a green and a blue for a 2/3 legendary creature Elf Druid. Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a non-land card with converted mana cost less than that spell's, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you don't cast the revealed card, put it into your hand. She is going for about $5.30 right now. Wisp Weaver Angel, Morbid Curiosity, Visionary Augmenter. The rare for the pack, Dubious Challenge. 3 and a green sorcery. Look at the top 10 cards of your library, exile up to 2 creature cards from among them. Then shuffle your library. Target opponent may choose one of the exiled cards and put it onto the battlefield under his or her control. Put the rest onto the battlefield under your control. And the last pack of this box. Long Tusk Cub, Servant of the Conduit, Spark of Creativity, and the last rare of the box, Toolcraft Exemplar. 1 white for 1/1 Dwarf Artificer. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control an artifact, Toolcraft Exemplar gets +2/+1 until end of turn. If you control 3 or more artifacts, it also gains first strike until end of turn. And that is the first box of Kaladesh from Direct Damage Games. Again, I am Josh with Cardboard Cage Fights. Look forward to seeing you on our next videos.